Good morning. As we come into the sanctuary. And welcome to Unity of Palmyra, where centered in love, we embrace a positive path for spiritual living. We're also celebrating the luck of the Irish today for those of us who forgot to wear green on Friday. So we are an open and affirming congregation. We love you exactly as you are in all of your magnificent glory, whether you're wearing green or not. And we are very happy that you're here. If you're joining us on Facebook or YouTube, welcome. We're so happy that you're here. If you want to drop your name into the comments so we can greet you personally, that would be awesome. All right, let's take a minute to just close our eyes, signaling to the world that we are coming apart for a while, to remember the truth of who we are, to remember that we are spiritual beings having an incredibly human experience, and to remember that we picked this. We picked to be here now in all of now's glory. And so we embrace this present moment. We embrace our present experience. We embrace this time together. And as always, we enter into this time with so much gratitude as we say thank you for this opportunity to come together, to come apart. Thank you for whatever safe space you are in right now. And most especially, thank you for one another. And so it is. Amen. Let's stand and sing. And Kate ran through this with us a little bit earlier, so hopefully we will. This is old to some and new to some, so enjoy.
A song of the soul, and we'll sing this song. Why don't we sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. Why don't you sing this song? Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. What do you do for a living? Are you forgiving, giving shelter? Follow your heart's love will find you, truth will unbind you. Sing out a song of the soul. We'll sing this song. Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. Why don't you sing this song? Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. Come to your life like a warrior. Nothing will bore you. You can be happy.
Well done. I like that one. Oh, celebrating the madness of the physical experience. Speaking of which, let's join together in our vision. Centered in love, we embrace a positive path for spiritual living. And our mission, wherever we are, we provide a welcoming community that inspires and encourages all who gather here through the teaching, sharing, and practice of universal spiritual principles. One of the ways we practice those principles is to honor wherever you are in your hugging journey. So if you want a hug, we'll bring it in. If you're more comfortable with the handshake, we will honor that. And if you want us to leave you completely alone, we totally understand. We will honor whatever bubble you create around yourself. Have a great time.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
So a couple of brief announcements. The first announcement is these are going to be very brief because today is our monthly hug meeting, so all details of announcements will be shared at the hug meeting. I just want to go through real quickly what we're going to be talking about at the hug meeting. First of all, our prayer chaplains for today are Gwen Ward and Charles Lee, and they are both here in the sanctuary with us. They'll be holding sacred space for us, and if you would like one-on-one prayer after the service, that will happen over here in this corner. A huge thank you to, I like how Jackie said this, these Sledgehammer Sunday superstars.
Yeah.
So would you stand if you help to demolish downstairs? There you go. If you have a chance after the service, if you want to run down and see the progress, it's getting very, very exciting down there. The Opera Fudge sale is ongoing. I think the orders have to be in by next Sunday. Let's see. The basket auction is up and going, and we want those baskets in by next Sunday. Next Saturday morning is the Spiral Dynamics workshop, the quickie 3-hour introduction to spiral dynamics. That's going to be via Zoom from 9:30 to 12:30. If you want to attend that, I do need you to sign up because there are handouts and we have to send you the Zoom link. The Spirit Camp volunteer meeting, the initial meeting is going to be March 27th. We're going to have a very busy 48 hours here, I think. We'll talk about more of that at the hug meeting. Gay night is Saturday, April 1st. Charles will talk about that at the hug meeting. And we're having a wonderful Maundy Thursday service on April 6th, and Gwen will talk about that at the hug meeting. So come to the hug meeting. All right. So, Elaine, would you read our Lenten reading for this morning?
Good morning, everybody. Okay, the process of denying the power. Whether we realize it or not, we are often stuck in old stories that have deep power over us. Many of these stories keep us in the terrible twos. Too old, too unattractive, too broken, too ashamed, too unworthy. And we don't believe life can change. Based on these old beliefs, we interpret, respond, and make decisions in present time. In John 5, when Jesus is at the pool of Bethesda with the paralyzed man, Jesus asks, "Do you want to be made well?" The man has a list of reasons why he has not been healed over the years. Jesus simply tells him, "Stand up, take your mat, and walk." When the man is ready to deny the power of his old stories of lack and limitation, he takes the first step. Do you have faith to step into a new story of your divine identity? Jesus said to him, "Stand up, take your mat and walk." At once the man was made well, and he stood up. He took up his mat and began to walk. John 5, 8 through 9, Reverend Christina Garza. And we affirm, I am ready to boldly step into my divine identity.
I am home, my family is here. I feel loved by the ones I hold so dear. And when my family needs me, I promise to be there. And when I need my family, I'm lifted up in prayer.
So, this is the time of our service where we consciously enter into an attitude and energy of prayer. So, I invite you to go within, to ask yourself, what have you given power to? Might it be illness, or fear, or doubt, or any of the let goes that we've been receiving now for almost 3 weeks? What have we been willing to let go of? And what is still draining our power? We take this question deep inside. For deep inside is where the work happens. Not out there, not with exterior circumstances, not with who we figured out is the matter with us, but inside, where we do that deep soul searching, where we look at what have we been resisting, what are we attached to, where has our power been going? And so right now we hold one another in this circle of love, in this circle of compassion, into a deep understanding of human nature and the human experience. And we do so without judgment, without blame, without shame. We simply honor where each of us are on our journey, regardless of the current experience. So if you are experiencing a challenge, we embrace you. We love you. We share our wisdom and courage and strength and love with you. If you are experiencing joy or celebrating, we ask you to share that with us so that we can infuse this community in that golden web that connects us all with that energy. And as always, we honor our innate connection, and we remember that together or apart, we are always connected at the heart. And so it is. Namaste.
The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. You are beautiful. You are whole. You are beautiful. You are whole. It always seems there's too much space between where I am and where I'd like to be. And yet when I stop and look around at the good life I have found, I can't help but see here and now I have all that I need. Here and now, this is where I'm meant to be. And somehow, tomorrow come what may, I'll be okay as I learn to love here and now. I'm always running half a step behind the image of my life that's in my mind. And yet when I let myself slow down, I see beauty all around. It reminds me once again, here and now I have all I need. Here and now, this is where I'm meant to be. And somehow, tomorrow come what may, I'll be okay as I learn to love. Here and now, I have all that I need. Here and now, it's where I'm meant to be. And somehow, tomorrow come what may, I'll be okay as I learn to love. Here and now, here and now, here and now.
Thank you both for being here today on Janie's day off. It's wonderful to have you. So, we're up to the process of denying the power. So how many of you believe that someone can take your power away from you? Tell the truth. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, I've come up with my own definition of power that I want to share with you. So power is intention plus energy plus strength. So intention is who do we long to be and what do we long to do in the world? That creates our intention. That gives us focus, okay? Energy is how are we using the energies available to us in physical reality to fulfill that intention or those intentions. And so I love the work of Maria Nemeth. So the energies that I work with are the 6 energies that she's identified, which are the energy of money, the energy of time. I can see those of you who've taken the class nodding as I go through this. The energy of physical vitality, the energy of creativity, the energy of relationship or how skillful we are at giving and receiving support, and finally the energy of enjoyment, which is, do we savor our lives or do we just plow through them, getting through our list every day? So intention is clarity about who we are and what's important to us and what we want to accomplish, the difference we want to make in our life. Energy is how skillfully do we use those energies in physical reality. Because in physical reality, if you don't apply energy, nothing gets done, right? That's why all of the masters have encouraged us to get up off our mats and our pillows and put feet to our prayers, right? And then finally, strength is part of power. And I can't talk about strength without referencing the 12 powers. And so I want to share with you a piece that I wrote for the last 12 powers sermon because it completely supports today's work. Strength we read about in Isaiah. You can laugh, it's okay, right? And Claudel said, no, you're going to talk on this Sunday. And so I literally, the sweat was pouring down. Long skirt because my knees were shaking, right? Strength is when we take a deep breath and we do it anyway, right? The disciple for strength is Andrew. If you remember the 12 powers, each of the 12 powers is associated with one of the 12 disciples. And in fact, the Greek meaning of Andrew is strong man. Now, each of the 12 powers is paired up with another power. So strength is paired up with faith. And the disciple for faith was Peter, and Andrew and Peter were literal brothers. So Charles Fillmore, when he discerned this, wanted to really highlight that interaction, the relationship between faith and strength. So faith and strength, when combined, help us to see the bigger picture, to see beyond ourselves and to meet our challenges successfully. So one of the great things about strength is we often don't realize we have it until we need it, right? It's where the rubber hits the road. Because, it's really easy to practice our principles when everything's going well and we're really healthy and our house is actually worth more than our mortgage, right? It's a little harder to believe that we're made in the image and likeness of God when things are not going our way. That's when we need to call upon our power of strength. Strength helps us to be grateful for what is instead of complaining about what isn't. It's also interesting that the power of strength, each power is associated with a part of the body. And the power of strength is associated with the lower back or the spinal column. And I think that's an interesting decision on Charles Fillmore's part, because the spine, of all the parts in our body, it needs to be firm because it needs to hold us up, but it also needs to be flexible. Firm and flexible. That's a perfect demonstration of the power of strength, because we are firm in our principles and we are flexible in how we demonstrate those principles in physical reality. So, back to intention plus energy plus strength. So do you see that power is an inside job? Power can absolutely not be taken away from us. because it's something that we carry within us. Now, let's flip the supposition. Can we give our power away? Absolutely. Yep. It can't be taken from us, right? If we believe that our power is being taken from us, what state are we in? Victimhood, right? I'm a victim of this person or this situation or this experience. I'm a victim. Someone's taking my power away from me. We absolutely, however, can give it away. And that's what today's process is all about, right? Denying the power we believe someone or something has over us that causes us to give our power away. So what causes us to give our power away? Fear, right? What else? People pleasing. Yep, which goes back to fear, right? Feeling unworthy. Shame. Anger. Actually, anger creates energy. It's if we channel it effectively, right? Resentment, that's a big power sucker. That's the technical term for it, power sucker, right? So, those of you from the women's group, how about perfectionism? What are we giving our power away to when we are suffering from perfectionism, which can be debilitating, by the way? No, yeah, well, no, but they're studying the book. That's why. Yeah. The book, right? The book. Yeah, so what are we giving our power away to when we're suffering from perfectionism? What? Other people? What else? Expectations of others? Or expectations of who? Ourselves, right? Our culture. But ultimately, when we give our power away to perfectionism, we're giving our power away to an illusion. There's no such thing as perfect, right? How would you define perfect? Because what's perfect in my eyes may not be perfect in yours, right? And so that comes back to how much of the power we've given away are we giving away to illusion, right? We're giving away to our past, regret from our past or resentment around our past, and we're giving it away to our future, right? Neither of which are real, right? Can you touch your past? Nope. Can you touch your future? Nope. But you can touch now because you're sitting in it right now. We give our power away to our stories. Have you ever gotten to the point of telling a story that it bores even you? And you know that it's really old when you start to tell it and your therapist rolls their eyes? Oh, Jesus, here we go again. Right? See, I love being a coach because I can say to a client, when are we going to stop telling this story? Because I don't know about you, but I'm really tired of it. Right? Because we're giving our power away to where that story has kept us. And we're giving our power away to the fear of what might happen. No one's taking it from us. We're giving it away. So that's when we get to, okay, so how do we, in a healthy and powerful way, I'm going to use the word in the definition, use our power, all right? How do we do that? Well, this goes back to one of the foundational tools, spiritual tools in our spiritual toolkit within the Unity movement, and that's what are called denials and affirmations. If you've been in Unity for any length of time, you've heard about denials and affirmations. It was what the Fillmores used in their journey to health, and in creating Unity, they used denials and affirmations. Now, the Fillmores used it appropriately because they understood that what they were denying was the power that a situation had over us. But what happened through the years is we started metaphysical denials and affirmations. And we started denying that what was happening was even happening. Right? That was not the original intention of a denial and an affirmation. We live in physical reality. Stuff happens in physical reality. So we're not saying it isn't happening. We're saying, am I going to allow what's happening to have power over me? And here's the paradox. One of the best ways for a situation or an experience to have power over you is to pretend it's not happening. So here's an example. Let's say we get diagnosed with an illness, right? There was a time in Unity where we were told just to ignore that diagnosis. Just deny that that even happened, right? It didn't end well. Seriously, right? There was a time, and this was luckily decades ago, not recently, that if you were in the ministerial program and you were sick, you weren't allowed to say, I can't come to class today because I'm sick, because you would be affirming illness. I have a fever of 103 and I need IVs, but I don't want to affirm that I'm sick, right? That was, there was some metaphysical malpractice that went on, and not just in Unity, in New Thought in general. But luckily we're wising up, and we're realizing we're back to what Charles and Myrtle and Phineas Quimby and Mary Baker Eddy and all of the true masters of New Thought understood, that we're not denying what's happening in physical reality. We're saying, how much power am I going to give this? So we get sick, right? We get sick. It's physical. We get germs. We just went through a pandemic, for Pete's sake, right? So we don't deny that we're sick. We say, how much power am I going to allow this illness to have over my life? I'm not pretending that I didn't get this diagnosis. I actually, many years ago in another community, we had a woman die because she kept affirming that she didn't have breast cancer. She had breast cancer, and it was really sad. So we are saying that I'm going to decide how I deal with this illness. I'm going to claim the power of this illness. I'm going to say, what can I learn from this? Who can help me? How skillful am I at giving and receiving support? How skillful am I at advocating for myself? What can I learn from this? What scares me the most about this? You know, when I was talking about the Four Noble Truths last week, one of the causes of our greatest suffering is our fear of death. We're so afraid of dying. We will do anything to pretend it's never going to happen. So here's a spoiler. None of us get out of this alive, guys, right? So do we allow that fear of death to have power over us? Death doesn't take our power. We give it away. Illness doesn't take our power. We give it away. Abusive relationships don't take our power. We give it away. So we get to decide what we are going to have power over. That's what it means to deny the power. So look at your life. Where have you given that power away? Right? Now notice we're treating power as if it's a tangible thing. We're recognizing this is a metaphor that we're playing with. But in this case, it's a powerful one. So if you're curious about that, ask yourself, what am I afraid of? Where am I not showing up in my fullness? Where have I not, what was the affirmation, where have I not boldly claimed my divine identity? The answer to that question is where you're not claiming your power, your intention, your energy, and your strength. Now, one of the things I love about how we define strength and unity, even though Andrew means strong man, is it's not just physical strength. It's strength of character. It's strength of resolve. It's the strength, that quiet strength that we could almost call integrity, right? That I'm going to do the right thing no matter who's looking. I'm going to do the right thing whether it annoys people or not, right? I'm going to do the right thing because that's that quiet persistence, that dedication to living my intention and to boldly claiming my divine identity. So we're going to have a little bit of a longer meditation today because I want you to have a good, solid time in the silence to really dig deep and to ask yourself, where am I not in my power? Let's put it that way, right? This doesn't mean that we go around, beating ourselves and others up. It doesn't mean we go around demanding to see the manager, right? There's a big difference between aggressive and assertive, right? But it is recognizing that power is an inside job. And where are we not in our power in our lives? And are we willing to take responsibility for that? Right? This doesn't mean that we go out and say, I've given my power away to you and I'm not doing it anymore. Right? No. You chose it. You get to unchoose it. It doesn't have anything to do with them. It's an inside job. So we're going to ask the question, where are you not in your power as we go into meditation?
For all the facts I've never known, all the places that I've never been, all the things I've never owned. But in my world, there's a place no one else has ever been, a song no one else can ever sing, and a joy only I can bring. Brought me has only served to bring me down. So I grabbed myself and taught me to laugh instead of frown. And in my world, there's a place no one else has ever been, a song no one else could ever sing, and a joy only I can bring. In my world, I'm strong, I am complete, I will not accept defeat. There's power in my chest that calls me on to be my best. It starts here inside of me. It's a thought, the way I see, I give it wings. Hear how it rings over valleys, over rivers, rain and music on the land, the notes of love, sweet harmony. And in my world, all the troubles of this life slip away. The colors of the sun come out to play. All is motion, all is gold, all is sacred to behold. In my world.
So I invite you to breathe. Breathe so deeply you feel it all the way down in your toes. Feel the breath moving through you. See the breath as power coursing through your veins. The power of inspiration. The power of intention. The power necessary to boldly claim our divine identity. And then we ask ourselves, what is stopping us from doing that? Where have we given away our power? What are we afraid of? What haven't we let go? What excuses have we made? Have we been more interested in our drama than in creating our dreams? Have we let resentment or apathy drain the power away? The answer to these questions are not found out there. They're found in here, within each one of us. So bring to mind something you have longed for, that you have not been, or that you have not accomplished. And very gently ask yourself, what power do I need to reclaim in order to do so? And what do I need to let go of in order to reclaim that power? We take this question into the power of the silence. Are we ready to boldly claim our divine identity? To find our strength by integrating body, mind, and spirit. To claim our power with intention and energy and integrity.
The troubles of this life slip away. The colors of the sun come out to play. All is motion, all is gold, all is sacred to behold in my world.
I think we need to stretch. Like a cat stretch. So this is the time of our service where we say thank you, thank you, thank you, or a yoga stretch, as I just saw Misty do, for your tithing, of your giving of your time, your talent, and your treasure to this community, to the very important work of this community. We are so grateful. If you give in paper, there's a basket in the back, and there's all sorts of ways to give electronically as that just flies through the ethers into our accounts, which is very lovely. So thank you so much for your physical demonstration of the importance of the spiritual work that we do within and without these walls.
Rise up, rise up, rise up into our greatness. There's hope and love and joy in all creation. Celebrate the spirit life that lives in all. Come together, congregate, tear down our walls. Rise up, rise up, rise up into our greatness. There's hope, there's love and joy in all creation. Step into our power, lead our own parade. Remember, there's nothing that can take away our faith. Rise up, rise up, rise up into our greatness. Rise up, rise up, rise up into our greatness.
Oh, I love it. And Kate, I am so grateful. Kate chose all the music for today, and it was just absolutely perfect. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. All right, let's share together in our unity blessing. Let's stand. Bless one another and make sure we bless our friends on YouTube and Facebook. Together, we love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ in every one of you. So let's just take a minute before the peace song. We say that every week. What does that mean? The blessing. What does it mean to behold the Christ in someone?
You see the divine
Okay, and what does that mean? We accept them. So what does that mean? We love them just the way they are. Really? We try, yes. Practice, practice, practice. So the reason I'm asking that question is because we say these beautiful words every week, but how do we practice them? Right? How do we practice them when something isn't going our way? We let it be, right? So when the cashier is a little slow, or the gentleman checking me out at Wilhelm wants to chat, right? We chat, right? We decide that there's nothing more important than talking with this lovely elderly gentleman. I love that I can still say elderly. Love that some people are still older than me. About how much we love old hardware stores. Because nothing was more important in that moment than that conversation, right? So we don't just want to say these pretty words on Sundays. We want to live these words and decide that the present moment is all there is. Amen? All right, now let's sing the peace song with intention.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And wherever God is, all is well. So go forth this week claiming that. All is well. Therein lies your power. Amen?
Amen.
And walk over there for the hug meeting. Bye-bye, Facebook and YouTube friends. We love you.